thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Happy Friday. We called a special call meeting for a very important reason today, and I believe it will be hopefully a quick one. And let's start it off with the pledge. I'll lead us in the pledge, and then we'll dive right into our meeting. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. As you all know, the item on my report is the approval for the mayor to sign an intergovernmental agreement between Fulton County and the city of Roswell for the CARES Act Municipal Reimbursement Program. And I'll go back into a little bit of history on this. And I know you all are keenly aware, but to the benefit of the public, there were 4 counties in the state of Georgia that the feds decided to give the money to the counties, and then it was up to the counties to disperse the money among cities and unincorporated areas. That's where things fell apart here in Fulton County. Fulton County has been holding the purse strings. And originally, Fulton County said, well, we're Fulton County, we take care of health and human services, and we know best for all Fulton citizens. And the Fulton County was going to allot about $396,000 to the city of Roswell. The 14 cities, excluding Atlanta and Mountain Park, we all got together, which I proudly say all 14 mayors have been talking openly, honestly, and we have really formed an alliance with this issue. And now we are seeing more and more that this alliance is very important to our cities because Fulton County is being somewhat heavy-handed, which Fulton County is very good at doing. So all of the 14 mayors did agree. We have been going back and forth with Fulton County, negotiating over the CARES Act money. And we have gotten us to the point now where you have the intergovernmental agreement in front of you that's between the cities and Fulton County. All 14 cities agreed to this document. I will tell you that prior to today, all 14 cities did redline the document, and the major changes were Fulton County wanted our deadline to be November 15th. We said no, December 15th is appropriate. And we, now the city of Roswell, are in the position to go from $396,000. We will now receive $3,953,000. Is this where we should be in comparison to other cities throughout the state of Georgia? No, we're not even close. But Fulton County came back to us and said earlier this week, hence the special call meeting, they came back to us and said, this is our final and best offer. Take it or leave it. Don't come back to us again. This is it. So what we 14 mayors are trying to do is get our councils to sign off on it, submit it to Fulton County, and that will start the cash flowing. I would like to turn this over to Ryan now to give a little bit more of a background from the finance.
Sure. So from the finance department, as you might remember, the council approved a separate agreement a couple of months ago, and we've been working through that agreement. We submitted the initial $396,000 to Fulton County. We've received a portion of that reimbursed so far, but with this this new agreement, we have submitted another round of reimbursement requests for expenses that qualify under the CARES agreement. So with this agreement, we would be able to begin recouping that full $3.9 million that Fulton County is offering.
Does council have any questions?
Thank you, Mayor. One thing that I would like to see added, Mr. Halsey is amenable is somewhere under uses, just for the sake of clarity. I'd like to see it have the following a clause or something like it that says, or any use allowed by the Act's administrators.
Thank you, Councilmember Tyser. First, let me say that there are numerous typos in this document. There are some little nitpicky things going on in this document. Fulton County was approached by making amendments to the document, and they said no. So, Mr. Halsey, is this something that would cause harm to the city, or?
No, given the fact that Fulton County has made a take it or leave it kind of thing, and having discussed it with Ryan, he's confident that the way the document is written, we're still going to get our full complement that they promised. So I have no problem with signing it the way it is. I understand the clarification would be better, but given where we are in the negotiating process, I don't see a harm.
Follow-up questions, Councilmember Tyser?
Thank you.
Councilmember Zapata.
Thank you, Mayor. So just to summarize, we started with 2.5 million total. Then they jumped to what, 15?
2.4 million total among all cities in Fulton County. Now
Okay.
we're at 30 million total.
Okay, so we went from 15 to 30 million total today on their final offer, correct?
Yes, it started out at 2.4, then they came back at 15, now we're at 30.
Okay, great, thank you.
Councilmember Hall.
Thank you. Actually, Councilmember Zapata asked the same question that I was going to ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Additional comments, questions? Well, let me just make a few closing comments. I always am looking for some good news to come out of COVID, and the one good news story here is the fact that this has brought all of the Fulton County mayors together, north, south, east, west. We have improved our relationships. We are communicating very well now, which we are already talking about additional initiatives that we can take to protect us in the future from Fulton County. So that's a good news story here. The bad news story is that Fulton County has dialed back the clock. Fulton County's attitude is back, I would say, to 14, 15 years ago. So all of the headway that we made with Chairman Eves, et cetera, has gone backwards with Chairman Pitts. So our goal going forward is, number one, we have asked Fulton County in the future, always include us at the table in the beginning. Don't wait until the end to do that. And keep the lines of communication open. They are now sending us their meeting agenda minutes. The other thing that we asked for them to do, which they are dragging their heels on, is they allotted a great deal of money to various nonprofits throughout Fulton County. And we're asking for an accounting of how that money is being spent and whether or not these nonprofits are legitimate. The other thing that we've had an issue with is we did find out that Fulton County was spending money for City of Atlanta citizens. Of course, you know, Atlanta received their own allotment. So for all intents and purposes, the City of Atlanta has been double dipping in the CARES money. So we have had a lot of issues with this CARES Act funding in Fulton County. If we are fortunate to have a round 2 of CARES Act funding, we are all confident that Fulton County will adjust their method of operation. So, any other comments before I call for motion? Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Councilmember Judy. I've got a second by Councilmember Hall. All those in favor, please raise your hands. And it passes unanimously. Thank you all so much. Have a great Friday afternoon, a great weekend, and we are adjourned.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Mayor.
Farewell.
Have a good weekend.